Welcome to today's lesson. Our learning target today is I can use number patterns to create and plot ordered pairs. So let's take everything we learned last week about plotting ordered pairs and now extend our understanding to creating these ordered pairs from number patterns. And our number patterns are going to start with rules. We have two rules here on this page. We have our X rule. I call it the X rule because this rule, start at 11 and subtract 1, is going to help us to create our X coordinates for our ordered pairs. And this rule, the Y rule here in the red box, start at 12 and subtract 3, is going to help us create our Y coordinate. So let's go ahead and follow these rules, record what we find here, we'll create ordered pairs, and then we'll plot them after. Okay, so the X rule says start at 11 and subtract 1. Well, the first part is really important. Start at 11. That part of the rule means the first number we should write down is 11, which I'll do here next to the X. This row is meant to record our X coordinates. And if we look now to the Y rule, where it says start at 12, that's super important. So here in this Y row, we're going to go ahead and start at 12 by writing 12 down as our first number. And already we can see we've generated an ordered pair. This is 11, 12, our first ordered pair that we'll graph in a moment. So let's box that off. Okay, now back to our rules. Back to the X rule. Start at 11, we got. Now subtract 1. Well, what is 11 minus 1? Of course, 10. So that'll be our next X coordinate. And if we go to the Y rule, we've started at 12. Now let's subtract 3. And 12 minus 3 is 9. That's our next X coordinate. And here we have our very next ordered pair. We have 10, 9. We have two ordered pairs already. Let's keep following these rules. All right, we started at 11. We subtracted 1. 11 minus 1 is 10. Now 10 minus 1, if we're going to keep following the rule, is 9. And if we're going to keep following this rule, we started at 12 and we subtracted 3. See, 12 minus 3 is 9. 9 minus 3, if we're going to keep following that rule, gets us to 6. And our next ordered pair is 9, 6. Let's keep following these rules. Let's see, we started at 11 and subtracted 1. So 11 minus 1 was 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 minus 1 is, yes, 8. The pattern is to subtract 1 every time. And the Y rule says subtract 3 from 12. So we started at 12. Minus 3 was 9. Minus 3 is 6. And 6 minus 3 is, you got it. And our final ordered pair in this set of rules is 8, 3. Now that we have our four ordered pairs, let's go to our coordinate grid and plot them. Here we have a first quadrant coordinate grid. We are going to plot these points in order. That's really important. So I'm going to number them. 1, 2, ordered pair number 3, and ordered pair 4. Let's plot them in that order. All right. So ordered pair number 1 is 11, 12. So let's start at the origin and go over 11 on the x-axis and up to 12 on the y-axis. That is right there. And using a new color, I will put, let's see here, our point there, and we'll call it 11, 12. Very nice. Now, let's plot the next point. 10, 9. Let's see. Over to 10, up to 9. That's right there. So let's go ahead and put our point there. And we'll label that 10, 9. Really important to label your points so we know what we're talking about. Coordinate ordered pair number 3 is 9, 6. So we'll go over 9 and up to 6. It's right there. Let's put a point right there. We'll label it 9, 6 in parentheses. Do you see a pattern starting to develop in how these points are plotted on this grid? Our final ordered pair is 8, 3. So let's go over to 8 and up to 3. There we go. That is our final point. We'll label it 8, 3. And now our final and most important step is to connect these points, much as we did earlier last week, in the order that we plotted them. So dot to dot to dot. And we can see a pattern. This line that we created has a very steep slope. If you start where we started, it slopes down to the left. If you start at the end, it slopes up to the right. But either way, it's a very steep slope. But it does form a straight line. Isn't that interesting? That is how we take a number pattern from rules, create ordered pairs, and then plot them to see what they actually look like. This is what the pattern looks like that we created from these ordered pairs. All right, we can try another one, and this time you're going to help me. We have two new rules. Our X rule is start at 6 and add 3, and our Y rule is start at 4 and subtract 1. So let's go ahead. I want you to come up with the first ordered pair in this set of rules. Go ahead. Well, I hope you said that our first ordered pair is 6, 4, because both rules say start at 6 and start at 4. And so that's where you must start. Now we get to the second part of each rule. We add 3 to the 6 each time. So what is our next ordered pair going to be if we're going to add 3 to the 6 and subtract 1 from the 4? All right, let's see. Did you get 9, because 6 plus 3 is 9, as your X coordinate, and 3, because 4 minus 1 is 3, right? 6 add 3 is 9. 4 and subtract 1 is 3. So 9, 3 is our next ordered pair. Let's keep going. What's the next two ordered pairs? Find this one and this one. Go ahead. Okay. Did you add 3 to the 9 and get 12, and subtract 1 from the 3 and get 2? I hope your next ordered pair was 12, 2. And then did you continue on with this pattern? Add 3 to the 12 and get 15, and subtract 1 from the 2 and get 1. 15, 1 is our final ordered pair. So here we have all four ordered pairs that we're about to plot. 6, 4, 9, 3, 12, 2, 15, 1. Let's get to the plotting. This is hard for you to do, I just realized. So let's just do this part together, okay? 6, 4, our first ordered pair. Let me go ahead and number these so we make sure we plot them in order. All right, so 6, 4. Let's see, we're going to go over to 6 on the x-axis and up to 4 on the y-axis. It's right there. 6, 4 is right there. So we'll do 6, 4. All right, and then we're going to do 9, 3. Let's see here. 9, 3, that's there. 9, 3 is there. And then we're going to do 12, 2. And we're going to go right there. And then we're going to do 15, 1. And look at that. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and quickly label these. We got, let's see, this is 9, 3. This is 12, 2. And this is 15, 1. And we're going to connect those points just like that. And again, it's another straight line. This time, this line slopes down to the right, much more gently than the previous line. Okay, today we have used number patterns to create ordered pairs and then plot them on a coordinate grid. Let me know if you need help. Let's get to work.